She pressed the needle into her arm to save a dying stranger, never knowing his blood would whisper the secret her mother took to the grave, that the monster she was saving was the father who'd abandoned her 30 years ago. The bruise on Kate's cheekbone had turned from purple to sickly yellow. She traced it in the bathroom mirror, her dark skin betraying every mark Derek left. 3 days old. He'd been gentle this time, only his open palm, not his fist. Kate, where's my breakfast? Her hands trembled as she turned off the faucet. The apartment smelled like stale beer and his cigarette smoke, a scent that clung to her work uniform no matter how many times she washed it. She was 32 and felt ancient. In the kitchen, she placed burnt toast in front of him. He didn't look up from his phone. You're worthless, he muttered. Alk can't even make toast right. You're worthless. The same words her mother used to say, drunk, angry that Kate's father never came back. He saw you and ran, she'd slurred once. Didn't want no half-black baby ruining his life. Kate swallowed the memory like poison. At the hospital where she worked as a cleaner, she moved invisibly through hallways. Nurses brushed past her. Doctors never met her eyes. She was a ghost in scrubs, mopping floors while lives were saved around her. But today felt different. Meanwhile, across the city, Kongmin leaned back in his leather chair, surveying the men who feared him. His empire was built on blood and silence. At 58, his reputation as Seoul's most ruthless transplant to America's underworld was unshakable. Yet lately, sleep eluded him. In dreams, he saw a little girl with his eyes, i.e. reaching for him. He'd wake drenched in sweat, whispering apologies to ghosts. His phone buzzed. Sir, there's been a situation. Kang Min's jaw tightened. Situations meant bullets, and tonight, bullets found him. What would you do if you discovered your worst moment led you to your greatest miracle? Drop your thoughts below. The ER exploded with chaos at 11 p.m. GSW to the abdomen. We're losing him. Kate was mopping near the trauma bay when she heard it. Gunshot wound. She'd learned the lingo after 2 years invisible among the medical staff. We need AB negative blood now. The doctor's voice cracked with urgency. Check the bank. Call every donor on the list. Kate's mop clattered to the floor. The nurse returned, pale. We're out. The blood bank's completely dry. There's a 6-car pileup draining resources. We need a donor in the next 10 minutes or he's gone. Time seemed to stop. Kate stepped forward, her voice barely audible. I'm AB negative. Every head turned. The doctor blinked at her as if she'd materialized from thin air. You're sure? I've donated before. I'm sure. They didn't ask questions. They didn't have time. In the transfusion room, Kate watched the needle pierce her vein. The deep crimson flow began, traveling through clear tubing toward a man she couldn't see beyond the curtain. She heard his labored breathing, the frantic beeping of machines struggling to keep him alive. Who is he? She whispered to the nurse. The nurse's face was stone. You don't want to know. But Kate saw them. Men in black suits outside the trauma room, hands inside their jackets where guns lived. She saw the way staff moved with careful terror, like how the doctor's hands shook slightly despite his training. As her blood left her body, Kate felt lightheaded. Through the gap in the curtain, she glimpsed him. A Korean man, older, his face twisted in pain. And his eyes, even half-conscious, dying. His eyes were almond-shaped, deep-set, the exact same unusual amber brown as hers. The similarity struck her like lightning. Then everything went black. Have you ever felt a strange connection to a complete stranger that you couldn't explain? Comment below and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories. Kate woke in a recovery room, an IV in her arm. The nurse smiled too brightly. You saved his life. Lost consciousness from the donation, but you're stable now. Can I go home? Kate's voice was hoarse. Soon. Someone wants to thank you first. Panic flared in her chest. No, I don't need thanks. I just want to leave. But the door opened and 3 men entered. Not doctors. Expensive suits, cold eyes, the scent of gunpowder and cologne. The one in front bowed slightly. Miss Kate Thompson, our employer wishes to express gratitude. I don't want anything. She tried to sit up, wincing. Please, I need to get home. My husband, your husband has been notified you're safe. How did they know Derek's number? How did they know anything about her? We insist, the man continued, his politeness menacing. Mr. Kang-min does not forget debts. The name meant nothing to her, but the tone meant everything. These weren't men you refused. I have work tomorrow. I can't. Her phone buzzed. A text from Derek. Where the hell are you? Get home now. Another text, this time a photo of their apartment. Trashed. Plates shattered. Her clothes thrown across the floor. Her hands shook. We can offer protection, the suited man said quietly, watching her face. Mr. Kang-min takes care of those who save him. Kate wanted to scream that she didn't need a criminal's protection, that she'd survived this long without help, that she owed nothing to a stranger. But the truth was uglier. She was trapped. Between Derek's fists and these dangerous men's gratitude, she had no safe place. Just let me see him, she whispered. Then I'll go. The man smiled. He's been asking for you. They brought her to a safe house. No hospital room, no public space. A luxurious penthouse with bulletproof windows and armed guards at every entrance. Kang-min sat upright in bed, bandaged but alive. When Kate entered, his eyes locked onto hers with unsettling intensity. Ha, sit. His English was accented but clear. Kate remained standing. I gave blood. You're alive. We're even. Even? His laugh was bitter. You gave me life. There is no even. I don't want money. I don't want whatever this is. She gestured at the opulence around them. I just want to go home. Home. He studied her face with unnerving focus. To the husband who destroys your belongings when you save lives? Kate's breath caught. You have no right. I have every right to protect my savior. I'm not your anything. Silence descended, thick and charged. Kang-min's expression softened. What is your full name? Why does it matter? Humor a dying man who lived. Kate Thompson. Born Kate Williams before I married? Something flickered across his face. Recognition, pain, hope. Your mother's name? Why are you asking me this? Kate's voice rose, defensive. What does my mother have to do with... Answer me. His tone was steel wrapped in desperation. Lisa Williams, she's dead. Died 5 years ago. Kate's throat tightened. Are we done with the interrogation? Kang-min closed his eyes, his jaw working. When he opened them again, they glistened. How old are you? 32. He made a sound, half sob, half laugh. His hands gripped the bedsheets, knuckles white. You have a birthmark, he whispered. Small, shaped like a crescent moon. Left wrist. Kate's world tilted. She looked down at her wrist, at the mark she'd had since birth. How do you know that? Kang-min's voice broke as he spoke. 33 years ago, I loved a woman named Lisa Williams. We met in Chicago. I was young, reckless, building an empire I thought would make me untouchable. His eyes never left Kate's face. She was a jazz singer. Beautiful, fearless. She got pregnant. Kate's legs gave out. She collapsed into the chair behind her. I wanted to marry her, he continued, his accent thickening with emotion. But my world followed me. Rivals, enemies, they found out about Lisa, about the baby. They sent a message. His hand touched his abdomen where the fresh gunshot wound lay. They hurt her. While she was 6 months pregnant, they hurt her to hurt me. Tears streamed down Kate's face, silent, disbelieving. The doctor said she'd survive. It said the baby would too, but I knew. As long as I existed in their lives, they'd never be safe. So I made a choice. You left. Kate's voice was ice and fire. I left money, enough for a lifetime. A trust fund in your name, letters. He pulled a worn envelope from the nightstand with trembling hands. I wrote you every year on your birthday, never sent them, because sending them meant they could trace you. Kate snatched the envelope. Inside, dozens of letters. My daughter, my Kate. Forgive me. Mom told me you abandoned us because you didn't want a black baby. Kate's words cut like razors. She said you took one look at me and ran. Kang Min's face crumpled. She told you that? She drank herself to death believing you threw us away like garbage. I left to save you. His shout echoed. I am Mafia, Kate. I am death. Everything I touch dies, except you. You lived. You survived. Without a father. With a life. Hours passed in heavy silence. Kate sat across from Kang Min, reading letter after letter. Each one detailed milestones he'd missed. First steps he imagined, first days of school he'd never witness, birthdays celebrated alone in safe house after safe house. Kate turned 5 today. Does she like dolls? Does she laugh like her mother? I hope she never knows my name. Her hands shook. I tracked you from a distance, Kang Min admitted quietly. Always careful, never close. When you married Derek Thompson 3 years ago, I wanted to stop the wedding. His voice hardened. I had him investigated. I knew what he was. Then why didn't you stop it? Kate's anger was exhausted now, hollow. Because I had no right. I gave up that right when I left. Kate looked up at him. This dangerous man, this stranger, this father. A B-negative blood. It's rare. 1 in every 167 people. Kang Min's lips curved sadly. Oh, I knew if you inherited it, and if fate was cruel enough, our paths would cross exactly like this. You planned this? No. He shook his head. I feared this and prayed for this, both. Kate wiped her eyes. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to just have a father after 32 years. Then we'd learn together. He extended his hand, scarred and weathered. If you'll let me try. She stared at his hand. Every instinct screamed to run, to protect herself from another man who'd eventually hurt her. But his eyes, her eyes, held nothing but broken hope. Slowly, Kate placed her hand in his. His grip was warm, steady, unfamiliar but somehow right. I'm still angry, she whispered. You should be, he replied. I'll spend the rest of my life earning your forgiveness. For the first time in years, Kate felt something crack open inside her chest. Hope. The door exploded inward 3 days later. Derek stood in the entrance, drunk and furious, somehow past the guards. Blood on his knuckles. Whose blood, Kate didn't know. There you are, you ungrateful bitch. He lurched toward her. Shacking up with some foreign criminal while I'm home alone? Kang Min rose from his chair, moving between them despite his healing wound. Leave. Now. Derek's laugh was venomous. Oh, the boyfriend's got an accent. What, Kate? American men not good enough for you anymore? He's not. Kate's voice failed. Not what? Not the man taking care of you, buying you expensive shit? I saw the gifts. Derek's face twisted. You're a whore, just like your mama. Kang Min moved. What happened next was brutal, efficient, terrifying. One moment Derek was standing. The next he was on the floor, Kang Min's hand around his throat, pressing down with lethal intent. Say another word about her and I'll remove your tongue. Kang Min's voice was empty of humanity. Pure violence. Dad, stop! Kate screamed. The word hung in the air like a grenade. Derek's eyes widened in shock and rage. Dad? This bastard is your father? Kang Min's grip tightened. Derek's face turned purple. Stop it! Kate grabbed Kang Min's arm. You're going to kill him. Yes? Kang Min's voice was flat. I am. Kate saw it then, the monster her mother feared, the reason he'd left, the violence that soaked his world. This wasn't protection, this was execution. If you kill him, you're proving Mom was right. Kate's tears fell freely. That you're too dangerous to love, that I should fear you. Kang Min's hand loosened. Derek gasped, coughing, scrambling away. Kate stepped back from both men, horrified. I can't do this. I can't be part of this world. She ran. When someone you love shows you their darkest side, do you run or stay? Tell us what you do in the comments and subscribe to see how Kate's story ends. Kate spent 2 weeks in a women's shelter. Derek was hospitalized with a crushed larynx but alive. He filed a restraining order against Kang Min, then disappeared when detectives started asking about Kate's old bruises. She was alone, truly alone. No husband, no father. Just herself and the wreckage of her life. Then the package arrived. A small box, unmarked except for her name. Inside, a USB drive and a handwritten note. You deserve truth, even if it costs me you. KM. The USB contained video files, security footage spanning 33 years. Kate watched, transfixed. There was young Kang Min, barely 25, holding an infant, holding her, kissing her forehead. Tears streaming down his face as he placed her in Lisa's arms. I love you, he whispered in the video. I'll always love you. Forgive me. More files. Bank statements showing monthly deposits into a trust fund. Money her mother never told her existed. Photos taken from a distance. Kate's first day of kindergarten, college graduation, her wedding. He'd been there, hidden, watching. Investigator reports on Derek with notes in Kang Min's handwriting. Should I intervene? No, she must choose her own path. I have no rights. The final video was recent. Kang Min speaking directly to the camera. Kate, if you're watching this, I've failed you again. I showed you the monster instead of the father. Your mother was right to fear me. I am violence. I am death. His voice broke. But I am also a man who has loved you every single day since you were born. I don't ask forgiveness. I only ask that you know. Everything I did so you could live free. Even if that freedom means freedom from me. Kate's hands trembled. She knew what she had to do. Kate found Kang Min in a small Korean restaurant he owned, the kind that didn't advertise, where old men played cards and nobody asked questions. He looked up from his tea, shock and hope warring on his face. I watched the videos, Kate said, sliding into the booth across from him. Kate, let me finish. She took a shaky breath. You're right. You're dangerous. You've done terrible things. You're a criminal and probably a murderer and everything Mom warned me about. Kang Min's expression crumbled. I understand. But you're also the man who loved me from a distance for 32 years, who protected me when I didn't even know I needed protecting, who was willing to let me hate you if it meant I was safe. Tears spilled down her cheeks. Derek put his hands on me for 3 years. You touched him once to save me, and you've been punishing yourself ever since. I almost killed him in front of you. Almost, but you didn't. Because I asked you not to. Kate reached across the table, taking his weathered hands. You stopped. For me. That's not a monster, Dad. That's a father. The word dad broke something in Kang Min. He wept openly, shoulders shaking. I don't know how to be in your world, Kate continued. And you don't know how to be in mine, but maybe we don't have to choose. Maybe we just learn each other. Kang Min looked up, eyes red. I'm leaving the organization, already in motion. 6 months, I'll be out. You'd do that? I'd do anything for you. I thought leaving was love. Now I know staying, being better, that's love. Kate smiled through tears. Mom used to make kimchi fried rice, terribly. Do you know how to make it right? Kang Min laughed, broken and beautiful. I'll teach you. We have time now. Yeah, Kate whispered, squeezing his hands. We do. Their blood had brought them together. Their choice kept them together. And for the first time in 32 years, Kate finally had a father. The kind who stays. Family isn't just about who gave you life. It's about who chooses to stay. Have you ever reconnected with someone you thought you'd lost forever? Share your story below and subscribe for more powerful stories of love, loss, and redemption that will restore your faith in second chances.